This decision is taken. Mr. Lee will be informed, and I'm sure the rest of you will be.
Okay, here we are. It's Friday, August 17th, 2018, and late this afternoon, Antonio Guterres and Smale purported in a single 4-page letter to ban inner-city press for life from their United Nations. What they forget is it's not theirs. They are simply temporary, extremely corrupt occupants of it. Seriously, they've abused their power. Let me explain. Was it right here? It was right here. Right here on July 20th, after inner-city press was physically assaulted by UN security while it covered the budget, I stood there from 1:15 till 3, and I asked Antonio Guterres, the killer of Cameroonians. I have to say it. It's true. See, these are not swear words. This is where I encourage you to look at Smale's letter, which you can find online, and even a story by BuzzFeed, in which they argue that derogatory information is a basis for throwing journalists out of the UN. Well, if they did that at the White House, the whole press corps would be cleared, and people would be screaming. The UN is a backwater and I don't want to use the S word. I'm not going to. You see, they talk about profanity, but this is false. The spokesman, Stefan Dujarric, has dropped the F-bomb on me in the briefing room. The president of the UN Correspondents Association, Gianpaolo Pioli, dropped the A word, if you understand what I'm saying, at the Security Council stakeout, and no one did anything. DPIs are full of lies. They just don't like critical coverage. Take a look at the letter. There's no specifics. If any press freedom group that accepts that as the basis for throwing out a journalist is not a press freedom group at all. They're just a friend of the UN. They're just a suck-up sycophant. Well, is that derogatory? No. See, these are adjectives. I'm allowed to use them. I'm not using any force. Where's Tomamonte? Where's Christian Saunders? I'm covering the budget. I'm a journalist. Mr. Secretary General, why have I been banned from the UN? For 17 days, I can't enter the UN. I'm a journalist. It's censorship. Your security roughed me up as I covered the budget, and I can't come in for 17 days. It's called censorship. Why didn't you do anything on Cameroon? 100 villages burned down. A journalist thrown in the street that asks about it. It's shameful. It's shameful censorship by the Secretary General. Okay, here we are. It's Friday, August 17th. 2018. The rain is coming hard, and Antonio Guterres, the sometimes resident of this $60 million mansion, has today imposed a permanent ban on inner-city press, which long before Antonio Guterres plopped himself down on the 38th floor to cut deals with Paul Biya, was covering Sri Lanka, Sudan. I'm not tooting my horn. Where is he? Maybe he's out tripping the night fantastic. Ready? It's midnight, and there's no UN security in front of Fat Tony's house. Oh! Wait, that's not an insult. You see, they've said that I'm profane. Antonio Guterres, the Secretary General, has apparently not announced that he's either partying at midnight or he's left town once again on your dime. How much money does the public pay when Tony Guterres goes to Lisbon, which is his real home? Why do they maintain a mansion in New York? He sold out to Cameroon, a country without even that much power, because he wanted a vote in the Budget Committee. This is disgusting. This man has blood on his hands and an empty mansion. And I'm saying, I'm throwing down here. I cover these issues. I've covered UN-type poverty issues for many years. And this guy is a corrupt hypocrite. And his head of public information is even worse. She never even did anything except praising Angela Merkel. That's not enough. You proved yourself to be a censor and didn't even give due process. It's a joke. We wrote, James Bennett, I'm calling you out. Editorial board chief of the New York Times, bureau chief of the New York Times in Berlin is a censor. Not just made a decision that's censorious, didn't provide the most basic form of due process. I'm not using any force. Where's Tomamonte? Where's Christian Saunders? I'm covering the budget. I'm a journalist. Mr. Secretary General, why have I been banned from the UN? For 17 days, I can't enter the UN. I'm a journalist. It's censorship. Your security roughed me up as I covered the budget, and I can't come in for 17 days. It's called censorship. Why didn't you do anything on Cameroon? 100 villages burned down. A journalist thrown in the street that asks about it. It's shameful. It's shameful censorship by the Secretary General.